Hey, it's Test Chamber, everyone, and I'm Andrew Reiner, and we're taking a look at an old game that is new again. This is Final Fantasy X and X-2, the HD versions, which are coming to PlayStation 3 and Vita. Kimberly Wallace is here, and she's playing the game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, lots of changes with the visuals, so you'll notice right away on the screen, Jason's showing the changes. Everything in the backgrounds, you'll even notice, like, there's just, like, a lot of blurry material, and all of a sudden, now there. I just realized I didn't even let Joe get an introduction.
No, that's fine. I'm here, too. It's Joe Juba.
Joe Juba's here, too.
Nice to have you.
Like, even as you go on in the game, and I'll show later, they touched up all the faces, better facial expressions. They look more on par with, like, what we've seen now in the series when they put them in, like, the Kingdom Hearts games and stuff like that, so.
Joe, can you kind of be the Ed McMahon in this one? Just some hearty laughs every once in a while, and that's it?
Hey-oh!
Perfect.
Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, now you just blew it because you started talking.
That was your role, sorry. I was going to see how long I could go without introducing Joe, but...
He's sure sad!
There he is.
Hey, look how
look at that
HD his eyes look.
That's my destroyed homeland. Hey-oh! Okay, sorry. I'm done now.
I kind of like this personality.
Yeah.
Keep it
this
going.
Is a new Joe going on here.
This is your booty pie. You found it.
That does look better than it used to, I think.
His hair. Lots more detail in the hair.
I don't know. It still looks like he's got, like, fruit by the foot hanging off of his head.
It does look delicious.
You know what? It would, even with the visuals, like I didn't need a reason to go back into this world. I've been wanting to, but I've also been a little hesitant because sometimes when you play games, and it came at such an important time in the PS2, you know, right as it was starting, and kind of set the standards a little higher with like cinematic storytelling and just how the scenes played out, you know, with the graphics. This is when I got my PS2. I was like, wow.
Is there a new gradient in that logo? Was that there before?
I don't remember.
Did you write about that in a review?
You know, listening to that song again, though, at the beginning reminds me, like, this is just one of the best soundtracks to a PS2 game, I think. Except it's actually not...
Could go to any Kubrick movie.
Oh, that'd make it a lot creepier, I think.
That'd be perfect.
But actually, like, the soundtrack is one of the things that's changed a little bit in this one, right?
Yeah, they rearranged some tracks. I think the people who are going to notice it the most, the changes aren't so stark that it's like, wow, they really completely redid this. They cleaned up a lot of melodies, is how it feels more. But some tracks sound the better. Some lost a little bit of personality that they're known for. So if you're somebody who listens to this soundtrack every day and really loves it and doesn't want to see it changed, it might bother you a little bit. For me personally, I love this soundtrack, but it didn't have a huge impact as I was going through, like, oh, this has changed, it's for the worst or anything.
I am going to point this out. The sharper backgrounds in that last scene there made them look like cardboard cutouts more than they used to.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Where it was blurry, it looked more like a city in the distance, and now it looks like a prop.
Huh.
Good luck tonight.
Nothing to worry about.
Sorry for ruining the game for you.
Oh.
You've entirely ruined it for everyone. I actually liked the better backgrounds. Everything was too blurred up for me before.
That will mean it was for you. Okay?
It'd be really sad to live in this world because you'd know who the important people are. Like, if you look in the mirror and you see that you just have like a barely textured flat face, you know that you're just never going to amount to anything in life. Versus if you look in the mirror and you have like a very detailed facial model capable of various expression and moving your mouth, then you know that like you're destined for great things. It's like predetermined.
So this jerk Titus, he's a blitzball player. He's got to get to his game, and what is he doing? He's trolling for autographs and attention.
Yeah, they're not even asking. You have to approach and be like, hey, you want my autograph?
Look at me.
Take it easy.
But I appreciate that Square just really did take the time to touch everything up and just didn't release it like merely with a few tweaks. Like it's very noticeable. If you play them side by side, like I was talking to Joe this morning, he's like, oh, you know, your memory kind of plays tricks on you. Or you're like, yeah, that's how it looked. But then if you really look and compare, makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, side by side, I can see how it makes a difference. I mean, that's one of the things that's kind of nice about it, though, is that, like, it doesn't look like a, PS3 game, but it looks the way you remember it looking, even though it's actually better than the way it actually did.
What are some of the best HD upgrades? Shadow of the Colossus, right?
Yeah,
Nico?
in my mind, that's probably my favorite HD upgrade. And
See, this right here is my favorite, just seeing all this detail.
I really think the God of War
I just
Saga
can't
is a good
see
one.
the 2D cardboard. All I see is 2D cardboards now. It's ruined.
Huh.
See it?
Yeah, no, I do.
Lighting's not right. Yeah. Just,
They blew it.
You guys are so cynical.
So that character, he's in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, right? No, that's an
Oh,
important
look
character.
at that look.
That's a weird look.
There are still, and this is
He's still got-
something that I touched on. There's still, like, they didn't get rid of those awkward mannerisms. They're still all over this game. And
So Jacked is who?
his daddy.
That's Titus's dad, yes.
He's got some daddy issues going on throughout this game.
He really does.
In fact, I would burst out laughing as he would like have his little outbursts about his dad going throughout still. I'm just like, yeah, that stuff is still really bad. But it's humorous in that way.
How was the infamous laughing
Oh,
scene?
don't even talk. She actually liked that
like
scene
it.
to begin with. So
I like it.
I know she read an editorial a couple of years ago or a year ago about really enjoying it, but seeing it again, like
Seeing it
in
again, I
context of
still like it.
playing through. Okay, I just have to ask.
It
Just thought
still
maybe-
is like,
we thought maybe you came around. That's all.
No, I will defend it. This is my favorite part.
The
This
heavy
whole
metal.
scene. Yeah, I love the music playing here.
Did they do any touch up on the actual like CG, or is it all?
It does look, in my opinion, it looks better.
It's widescreen now. Was it widescreen before?
I don't remember.
No. So,
I hate my father. He was a jerk. All right, Kim. Let's get to some
Yeah,
gameplay.
let's get to some
Let's skip
gameplay.
ahead.
So we are at the Miihen Highroad right now, which many people remember feels never ending.
Yeah, there's a long part of the game.
Yeah.
It feels like.
It's in 10-2 again, just to remind you of it.
This looks
we're-
really good in HD. This environment in
Yeah.
particular.
like they all just pop more.
This is right after like the big Blitzball event, right?
Yes,
I think in the
yes,
story.
yes.
Because that's when Arn shows up again. Okay.
This is when he's proven himself, shown that he can handle the enemies with the shells that Titus obviously can't.
Yeah.
So
What was going on with that Waka model in HD? That looked weird. We need to investigate this.
All right. If only there were another battle we would get in sometime soon.
Well, I don't
There's
know.
no monsters
I
on the
don't
path.
think
Look at
so.
this. There's just nothing.
Are gonna get stopped by him.
Oh, is this with those big Apatosaurus-like dinosaurs? Those big blue things? Or is that's like a swamp or a pond or something?
I don't think that's this. I like this guy. They're like the historian who's just sort of around and like gives you a bunch of background wherever you go.
That is one of my favorite things, was just discovering more about the continent of Spira and the different places in the world as you went around. Because you kind of just go and you get thrown in and you're like, all right, there's Blitzball happening. People are, like, there's all this spirituality going on. Like, Yuna's a spirit summoner. Trying to piece together and find more of what's going on is really one of the enjoying parts of the game, for me anyways. Yuna's face, if you notice, looked a little different there. They did really update the character models, as I said before, and here we go.
All right, now I want to get a look at Waka here.
Yeah, wait until the victory here.
Okay.
He's kind of doing it right now, too.
She's hurt.
I think she'll be fine.
This is not a good start for us. I don't know.
You better not die in this test chamber.
I know. I hate these. So much pressure.
So which one do you go after first? See, I always pick on one enemy at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've watched people play where they're kind of dealing damage across the board.
That's how you're supposed to do it in 10, though. Like 10's a little different because, like, for like that dragon thing is like designed to be hit by Waka and essentially Waka alone.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I like all characters kind of have their own place, which is nice because you don't get, except for later Kamari, you don't really
All right,
get
here we go.
those characters that you don't use.
I don't know. He was cheering too much. Last time he was just being a creep.
He was
like
excited.
Gollum.
He was
He was
excited.
creeping out.
He's got the sports, like blitzball player, victory.
I think he's a coach, too. I think he's a coach player. He was like Pete
Captain.
Rose at the end of his day.
He's captain.
Yeah.
Chocobos.
Yes.
They look good.
I am
No, they
Lucille,
don't.
Nope.
Captain.
Yeah,
Pull that
there's-
camera out.
Yeah, why would you do...
And I'm Alma.
Ugh.
There have been
You can
reports
always
of a
tell
large
who's
beam of
important in
green.
this game and who
Do take
isn't.
care.
Well, the chocobos should be important.
Thank you.
There. That's where they should keep the camera.
Yeah.
We should get. Our prayers are with.
Oh, man. Auron is so cool. He's just like
He's
one of my...
still so
Kimari.
badass, too,
And
in this
Kimari.
game. I just love him. No.
Come on.
He's awful.
No, he's
Large
great.
fiend.
Uh-huh. If you want someone who can do anything,
get
like
him.
if you want someone who's second best at whatever they try, Kamari's your guy.
Look at him.
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
He's got a broken horn.
Yeah, and then you even meet the Ronsos later, and you find out that he's even a lane for a Ronso.
Jecht said that a lot,
You don't need him.
and every time he said it,
So do you know what
it
Oren
meant
keeps in his
trouble
jug?
for Vraska and me.
Lemonade.
Prune juice.
Oh, okay.
You ever try that, by the way?
No.
I had it. Seriously, I'm bringing it up because I had it like 2 days ago. It is the worst. Like you could put
no.
gasoline in a bottle or something.
I mean,
and prune juice, and I wouldn't tell the difference.
Right, I don't think you need someone to tell you that prune juice is gross. I mean, like,
Why do they sell it?
there are lots of things that you don't need to consume to know that you don't like.
No, it was terrible. I was really sick, and they said to have prune juice, and
Oh, I
was
thought you were
like,
saying
I'm
my
not doing
attack was really terrible. I was like, thanks a lot.
Make way. Oh yeah.
This.
Oh,
Do something
yeah.
cool. Do a summon or something.
I'm going to get into that battle next. It's that big side quest.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was going to show the first one, which we probably won't be able to win
Did
here.
you set up a scene on Test Chamber?
No.
Is this all scripted?
No.
That's a first.
I know what's happening in the game. I've already played it. But I will tell you the trick of how to beat this, the next side quest that we're not going to beat because I didn't prep it, but there's an easier way to win. But sharing some Kim Wallace insight here.
Why are we not going to win?
Well, because
You're
the
supposed to
trick,
be able to
the
win at
trick,
this point.
The trick to winning this is you want to already have your
My name is Yuna.
Oh, your overdrive charge.
yes overdrive charged for
Yes.
the creature you're summoning, whose name is escaping me right now. Valfor?
Valifor?
Yeah, Valifor. Because that's what sucks. You can't do your better summon for this battle, so you have to kind of go with your weak link. The best thing you can do is come into this and already have the overdrive charge.
You can still do it without that, though.
You can. There's a pattern.
That's one of the things about this game that I remember very clearly is that
Look at that.
if things are it's actually kind of to the game's detriment is that if there's any fight that's hard, you just go in with a bunch of Aeons with their overdrive charged
Yeah.
and you just sort of
Yeah,
plow through.
exactly.
Show me how strong.
So basically for this one, there is... So yeah, we have to do Valifor. There is a pattern. He will attack and then use a special attack. So you always want to put a shield up for a special attack. So we'll see. I might be able to do it. I might not. We'll see.
Now, could you skip these in 10? I don't remember.
You can. I think there's an option where you can.
They have two versions. They have like long and short
Mm-hmm.
versions for each summon. So the short version gives you like a few seconds of an intro, and then the long version gives you the huge. Like I remember the Magus sisters and Bahamut and Anima in particular have like really long.
Okay, Mega Sisters, that was one of the hidden ones. Who was the other hidden one?
Anima.
Okay.
Those were the two. Yeah, those are the two like secret. I mean, they're not even super secret. You just have. They're not part of the main story quest. You have to go
You
out
can
and
finish it without getting it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So those also wanting to know, we got a lot of Square included a lot of stuff that only was on the international special versions
what's that mean?
of the game. So like you get an expert spear grid, which basically makes you. Did I just do? I can't decide if I have to.
But we're playing on a standard sphere grid right now, right?
Right now, yeah. We don't even. Yeah. At this, no, because we loaded my save and I was playing on the expert for
okay.
it.
Well, we should pull that up afterwards. I kind of want to see what that's all about.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, it gives you more control over what you want your characters to be, which is nice. Change of pace to go through. But also.
I thought you were just going to say it's an HD.
No, that also has different stuff with like. They've included the Eternal Calm on here, which kind of is a bridge between the end of Final Fantasy X and X-2. So instead of getting the pop star concert,
Sounds
which
boring.
we're going to look at, it gives you better context onto Yuna's state of mind and what was going on.
And it's basically
with
like a little mini movie, right?
yeah.
What is it? I mean, it
is
the
just-
name Eternal Calm is like the.
But is it animated? Does it use the character models?
Yeah, it uses the character models.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's animated.
How long is it?
It's not like you're just watching a movie. It's more like the regular scenes that go on throughout here.
Okay.
It's pretty. That's pretty short. So I'm gonna die right here. But I did what I could. Yeah.
Can we take a look at the Eternal Calm?
If you want to,
Yeah,
we can put it on.
I want to see what the sphere grid's all about.
Oh yeah. Let's look at that first. Get that lady out of here.
Okay. So what we'll do is I can show you in.
You show with more training.
Yeah.
Get that Pokeball off your head and get out of
I
here.
realized I should have used my overdrive there, and I got distracted
should I
talking. But
Farewell.
I told you how
Lady!
to beat it.
Okay.
So.
You're the worst at this.
I am the worst.
Okay, sphere grid.
Okay, so. All right. So, like, here you're
The
starting.
music
So-
for the sphere grid.
So normally the sphere grid, like a character like Auron or Tidus or whatever, have their own little basically have their sections that are kind of segregated off. That late in the game you can sort of break down those barriers, but the normal version is they kind of have predefined paths that you go
That you're
down and
supposed to
unlock.
go on,
So
and
how is this different from
This one, you're starting more, you start in the middle.
for
and
everyone?
Each character starts in their own middle. Like, you'll still start on his path, but you have more control and over if you want them to learn better skills later on. Like, it doesn't block everything off like the other one does. The other one feels more like it holds your hand, so you can't really, go to other places. and
Right,
mix up.
right.
This has it, so you can kind of, since you're in the middle, if I wanted, Auron to be a healer, I could go off on that path, and
Okay.
it doesn't make it as complicated. It doesn't set you on like he has to play this
Right.
one role.
So it basically removes the safeguards that keep you from screwing yourself over
Yes.
by going down the
Yeah.
wrong. Okay.
But if you know it, you have your experience with the spear grid, and you like to experiment, you want to make your characters different. It's nice to just have the option.
yeah.
9, 40, 41.
Okay, this is the start of Eternal Calm, and basically it gives you a little perspective Yuna's perspective on everything after the end of 10 and why she decides to end up going on her mission in 10-2.
Diving like a real pro, yeah?
Come on.
You'll always be the pro, Waka.
I don't know. It's
Oh, and
been
they
so
updated
long
the character
since I
models for
trained.
this thing too then. All right.
You have gotten a little chubby.
What was that? What was that?
Waka got fat.
It's not wait, it
Whoa, no. Does he have like a little squeaky toy in his belly button?
No. I mean, I think well, whatever, never mind. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, his. We always mess these things up.
No, we make
It's
them
funny
better.
because it's just
We make them
better. See, she's learned how to hold her breath for longer than 2 minutes now. It's a big character development right there. It gets better as it goes on, but I do not want to spoil this for people because I think they should experience it for themselves. So,
Hey,
we are
this is right where her ultimate weapon is.
Just had to keep trying.
Spoiler.
Until
All right, let's move on to 10-2. Okay, this is 10-2, the sequel to 10, which no one knew was coming and was a surprise to everyone. And
this is just one of the most revered and best loved intros to any Final Fantasy game ever.
everybody thinks it's going to be Blitzball.
They're like, what's going
What's
on
it
here?
going to be?
They're like, who is that? What happened to Lulu?
That's a character I know and love.
What's her name?
Pain.
Oh,
It's a fun girls' night out.
okay.
A little lighthearted. I mean, to be fair, the only thing that I liked about the lightheartedness was just like 10 was really heavy for Yuna's journey, and it was nice to see her let her hair down a little, have fun. But this is pretty ridiculous. It's not actually hers, you know.
What?
Remember, it's someone pretending to be her on stage.
No.
Yeah, because I just replayed it.
All right.
Do you remember?
If you
You'll
say
see.
so.
I know you're going to play this again, Joe, because
I don't
you love
remember
it.
that.
Yeah, it'll... Oh, here we go.
I think you're confused. I think that is Yuna.
It's someone
is that-
posing as her.
Is that the same technology in 13.3
There she is.
for changing outfits?
She can
Joe?
sing now. So, yeah, this was the
yeah,
dress
similar.
spheres. So this one also includes stuff that was on the international version, including new dress spheres, the psychic and festival list, and then it has a creature creator and a fiend arena tournaments. As you remember, you can catch monsters in 10.2, so that's pretty cool. Uh-oh, Riku's gonna get caught. And it also includes the last mission, which is actually a roguelike experience that picks up after the events of 10.2. So you kind of get to see what YRP has been up to and how their friendship has changed since then.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm just looking at Joe's face.
Joe can't get over
It's
it.
like petrified, like just you look.
No, and the thing is like I loved this game. Like I liked,
the battle system.
I liked
great.
the gameplay in this game a lot. But this kind of crap is just terrible.
But look at disbelief.
10.2 is like
That's the statue I want to make of you, Joe.
Just a sort of shocked, mouth open, disgusted stare.
Yeah, in front of a rock TV with Yuna singing on it.
Yeah. Also, like they have some sort of Buddha with drumsticks, some like robo thing.
Their CG was still so good.
I just love how they're like, Lulu's too old. We have to put someone who looks a little bit like her, kind of has the same personality, in as the third member of this little Charlie's Angels fest that they're having here.
Man, this whole scene, I think this is just a big sort of case of cultural divide. Because like even though like the whole concert, the dance is a very sort of like J-pop thing.
Yes. Yes.
Boom. Yeah, let's end it right there.
There you go. Gross.
The game comes out on March 18th, and you can pick it up for PS3 or Vita.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for showing us that, and we'll see you on the next test chamber.